Grandpa, why don't you tell us a story? You've led an interesting life.
That's a lie, and you know it. But I have seen a lot of movies.
Welcome to my channel, Nerd Thoughts. I'm an old guy with some thoughts, and today we're going to be doing a movie review of the movie Disclosure Day. And the way this is going to work is the first half of this video is going to be a non-spoilers review, and then the second half after I tell you will be a spoilers review. So first off, this movie feels like it is a part of a movie, and that seems stretched out to make a full movie. And does it bring anything to the genre of sci-fi? No. It brings absolutely nothing new. And I would actually say it's about 25 years too late. It's a well-made movie because it's Spielberg, and so the cinematography and all the acting is top-notch. I would say Emily Blunt is the best part of it, and her performance is the only reason why I would say even to watch the movie, because it is just a character struggle movie. It's not about the story. The sci-fi aspect, it means very little. It's all about how the characters in the movie struggle and how they develop and how they deal with it. I would give it a 2 out of 5. I would say not to buy it, just to wait till it comes on a streaming service and just stream it for free off your service. That would be the best way to do it, but I would not pay for it. Unless you really, really like Emily Blunt, that would be the only reason. Okay, let's get into the spoilers portion of it, the review. So if you don't want to know any spoilers, then now's the time to stop. But first off, I don't know what you call it, but it's where basically the director keeps the viewer in the dark. In this movie, we're the one faction with the guys that want to keep everything a secret versus the one faction that wants to keep everything, wants to put everything out there. We don't know what's going on. We see basically two rival groups going against each other. We don't really know what's going on. They do, and I hate that when they do that in movies most of the time. Sometimes it works. And it's not like we're the viewer of the character on screen doesn't know what's going on, like when you get to Emily Blunt and it's confusing for her. But everybody on screen knows what's going on. Everybody on screen knows there's aliens, and one side wants to keep it a secret, one side wants to release it. And it's presenting it in a way towards confusing to us as the viewer. I feel like it's sloppy directing, even though Spielberg, I don't want to say that about him because he's amazing. It is like a cheap thrill. It's like, what's going on? I don't understand it. It's just giving this emotional reaction that comes from a movie that there shouldn't be any emotional reaction. We should know what's going on, but they're presenting it in a way to make it happen. And should there's a terminology for that, but I don't like that. Felt like it was as a way to take a basic story and make it more dramatic than it was. And I just feel like I was cheapened that way. One of the things I didn't like too is it felt like all the reactions kind of felt forced because you're watching it. There's just people overreacting. And maybe that would have happened like 15 years ago, but like it's coming out in the time period of today with phones and all that and AI. And so people reacting the way they were reacting was kind of foolish to me. The newscaster was like crying. I don't think the newscaster would be crying. And I think the majority of people wouldn't even believe it if that was on the news. The little aliens look at all AI and this sort of thing. They didn't look real. They were CGI, of course, and they looked like CGI. No one would believe it. And then we just get to the ending. The most unsatisfying ending I could think of. And I get that's true Spielberg fashion, but it was very unsatisfying. It was just a movie that should have came in a long time ago. We've seen so much in the story, and what we've seen in the movies is progressed past making this relevant. This is just not relevant in any way. It was well made. It did have some tension points, and Emily Blunt just crushed it in this. But other than that, I can't really think of anything I liked about it. And at the end of it, and how the ending was, and how it made me feel, it just came down to I felt like I actually wasted my time watching it. It was just sad. I'd never thought I would say that about a Spielberg movie, but that's just how I feel. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you'd like. I would appreciate it.